Hello, welcome to another episode at Big Man in the Woods. Now, if you're a brand new scout leader, this vlog is all for you. If you're not, it's still for you, just to have some ideas on how to welcome a new scout leader. It's all here on Big Man in the Woods. So I've just been invited down to Cubs on a Tuesday night. I'm normally Scouts on a Thursday, but I've been invited along because we have a new starter, a new Cub leader. Never had any Cub experience or anything like that, so I've been invited down as Group Scout leader to try and encourage and give some advice to our new Cub leader. So it was racking my brains on what advice I would give someone brand new if they've never had any scouting background or scouting experience. They've never been a Beaver Cub Scout, Explorer, nothing like that. Just come straight off the streets and wanting to be a Cub leader. What advice would I give them? So I've come up with 10 points, 10, and I've just sneaked up into our scout loft while the Cubs are playing some games and the young leaders and other Cub leaders are playing. So I thought I'd go through my top 10 tips on a brand new scout leader. Tip 1 would be get to know other leaders, not just in your group, which is handy, but other people in your district and county. So get some ideas, get to know these people because they've been through what you're going through as a new leader, and they might have some really cool advice to give to you. Point 2, get to know POR. You're going to hear this jargon all the time, POR. It's got rules, policies on everything about scouting, whether you want to go on a trip or can we go shooting, everything more or less you can think on. If you can't find it, phone Gilwell HQ, or if you just can't if you can't have the time to search for PR, call Gilwell. They're amazing, they're really good. No silly question is a bad question, if you get what I mean. Call Gilwell HQ for any questions or any bit of advice that you're thinking, because if you're thinking about it, I'm sure another leader's thought about it and they know that answer. 3, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep it really basic. Don't make these things all singing and dancing. Just keep your program nice and basic. Even if it's just going to the park, go for a nice country walk or something. Don't make things more complicated than they have to be. We're a youth organization, so this brings me on to point number 4. Get your young people to write their own program. It's all well and good about the leaders writing a program because they do what they want to do, but we're all about the young people as leaders, aren't we? So ask the young people what they want to do, what they want to learn, where they want to camp, what kind of things. So speak to the kids, basically. Number 5, really basic common sense. If you're unsure, just ask for help. Don't do that activity, don't run it, ask for help. Speak to another leader, your group scout leader, the district commissioner, or phone Gilwell. So if you're unsure about something, ask for help before you do it rather than after, because there could be some nasty consequences if it all goes wrong. Point 6, this is, it should be actually point number 1 really. Scouting is all about having fun. Yes, if you're not having fun, it's not going to go on to the young people. They're going to pick up that you're having a bad time, you're not really enjoying it. So have fun. It's all about having fun for both the young people and you as a leader. So if you're not going to find it fun, you're not going to come back the following week. So somehow find fun in everything that we do in the programs. And I agree, there are going to be those days where you're thinking, why am I doing this? But we know from the bottom of our heart, scouting is fun for both young people and leaders. So have fun. 7, that brings me on to find a mentor. A mentor who's got experience, has been through the scouting role. They've done it, they've been there, seen that, done that, whatever. Find yourself a mentor. It doesn't have to be in your group, your district, your county. My mentor lives miles away, but I know he's always on the end of the phone, email, Facebook, WhatsApp, and if I need a bit of advice, I don't want to ask anybody else, just send him a message and he will tell me whether I'm being stupid or it's not going to work. that kind of thing. So if you can find yourself a mentor, I would highly recommend it, just as a bit of peace of mind, and just, you know, random thought pops in your head, give them a call and they'll say, sounds like a good idea. Nah, that's not going to work. Point number 8 brings me on to don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, scouting wheel, it is always moving forward, you're right, but most of the things that we're doing in scouting, people have done before. I'm not talking about 30 years, 40 years, but just a few years ago, you know, people have done that kind of program. Or speak to the people who've done it 20 years time, but just freshen it up, freshen those programs up. So don't try and reinvent the wheel. There's a whole lot of stuff. There's forums online. You can push your question and see if anybody else has done that. And I'm pretty sure that most of the things have been done in the past, and it's just about reinventing it, refreshing it up. But I could be wrong. There's always something new, isn't it? Like a new badge. But have a look, seek advice, and you never know. Point number 9, I would say, as a new leader, is all scout jargon. I've been talking about it earlier on. POR, DC, GSL, PL. There is loads of these little short phrases that we use in scouting. There's a whole lot of things. It is mind-blowing. Even me, I've still not learned all these terminologies, so don't worry about it. You'll pick it up as you go along, but I have wrote a blog about all the scout terminology, but there's loads of it. Don't worry about that scout jargon. Number 10 is probably something that I was taught way back in my early years as being a scout leader, is if someone gives you a bit of advice that starts with, well, in my day we used to, run, leg it, ignore that bit of advice, because those people are stuck in back in 100 years ago and it doesn't work. It's been there, it's done that. It's nothing. Ignore that person, because that advice, I can guarantee you, probably 99% is outdated. It's not going to be. So if anyone says that, kind of just go, point taken, and then go and ask someone else, because I guarantee you, I've been there. I've got that advice from other scout leaders and it doesn't work. It is noisy in Cubs tonight. So guys, there we are, my 10 points for you as a brand new scout leader. Just some advice from me. I'm sure all the scout leaders have got some advice. So if you do have some advice for new scout leaders, comment below, write that advice, and it'll be great to pass it on to all these new scout leaders that's going to come and join us. One last thing, a really cool quote. I can't remember who said this and who wrote it, but it says this: the most dangerous phrase in our language is, we've always done it that way. I'll leave you to think about that. Guys, thank you very much for listening and watching this vlog. I hope my advice to you as a new scout leader is amazing. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want some more scouting ideas, check out my vlogs, and I'll see you next time here on Big Man in the Woods.